This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll run with Corum to begin the drive. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Chambers going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's the rookie out of Florida. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. 2nd and 11. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Scotty Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Looking to put a drive together. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
16 yards. First down, Titans.
Cockrell holds it in left side. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Play action now, Ward. He'll complete this one with Cockrell. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing now, Ward. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
To the air again, Ward. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
To throw is Ward. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Chigakonkwo from 17 yards out. And the Titans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that was not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This will be caught inside the 10. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Cougar 19.
Now Ward. A quick throw there is incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my man. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Ready? Press all 80.
They'll try and throw for it with Ward. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Titans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 4th and 2. They got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Pollard is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Cowboy 8, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready, ready.
Pollard one more time. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
79 Broncos.
To throw, here's Ward. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
60 vices, 60 vices.
No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. Going for it, here's Ward. Touchdown! Tony Pollard with career touchdown number 60. And the Titans take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well on that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now he's going to step up and run. This is the tight end fan. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 10 more there and another 1st down. comes out 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back to throw. Chambers. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
2nd down and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Operating from the gun, Chambers. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Titans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
Now a 2nd and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Come on. 60 boxes, 6, ready.
On play action, Ward. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Ready. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18, Pioneer.
Here's Ward. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Ward. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Here we go.
Dobbs goes in motion. Throwing is Ward. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Bronco 80. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. From the gun, Ward. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
79, Warriors, 17. Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go.
Ward. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 2nd and 5. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
The 47-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Chambers. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second and 7. Back to throw. Chambers. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Corum is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
On for the extra point is Folk. And we've got a good one brewing. Worrell knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And this one is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
A final shot before break. Moore looking deep here for Dobbs. And that's going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. Dances by him. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Ward.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now that 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Out of the gun, Ward.
And his throw is incomplete. Those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Second and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Again, it's Ward.
His throw incomplete.
And he still doesn't have the catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it.
Yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Cut 19. Cut 19. 19.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 28. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Titans first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Dobbs goes in motion.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Here's a screen now for Pollard.
Escapes the defender. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Put a man in motion left. Ridley. To the air again. Ward.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some space here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
The mind is out of bounds. It's telling you back it up. You check about thoughts and memories that's adding up. Overseas, you feel alive like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you ain't had a bug. You still feel paralyzed of ups and track. Friends just having kids ain't adding up. What's the use of having a world with no love? What's the use of having a life with no love?
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go.
Up the middle. Here's Corum to about the 35, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Operating from the gun, Chambers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he'll tuck this and run. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They run straight ahead with Corum. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Third down and 1. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Titans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, the run of crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now Ward. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right.
And the Rams are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Room here to run. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Chambers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
3rd down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards.
And he'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute.
That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
19 tight. Ready. Crack on 80. 60 dices. 60 dices. I got him. On me.
To throw is Ward. He's got Smith here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
19.
They go play action with Ward. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Ready. Hey, crash. 40, 17.
To throw, here's Ward. He finds his man, Pollard. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Check smash. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. They definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. 60 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
You use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now 2nd and 9.
Shot. Here we go. Set. Blue 32. Ready.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketing the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. That's returnable now for Smith. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Ward. A short throw taken in by Conquer. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. That one looks like he'll throw here. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tony Pollard, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Titans have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This is first and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a third and long. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. He'll try and do this himself. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Titans.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And they take a knee.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
60 Bison.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Tennessee, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I got places to go. People to see, time is precious. I look at my Cartier out of control. Yeah.